Bye bye.
Oh. Big things happening. Big things happening.
Good. I'm glad. They need to happen.
Yeah. It's so
Yeah.
I noticed the docket filing. I've not yet gone into it, and some of what you told me sounds insane. So
Okay, so it all stems from
Chat.
an alleged bank check.
Twitch, give me just 30 seconds. Twitch
Yeah,
stream
yeah,
is turning off. Go to kick, go to kick, go to kick, go to kick. I'll see you over there, guys. Love you, love you, love you. All right, I'm good.
Okay, so alleged bank check. They found my DNA on scene, and you know, as you well know, DNA is not enough for a warrant. So the bank check happened apparently, and I was then in a car with somebody who was apparently at the bank check. They know I was in that car because of my hair color and me wearing a similar outfit. That's what they're going with me now.
Oh, I heard about this.
Yeah, so they hair ID'd me, and I didn't speak, so they can't possibly identify me that way. So they're identifying me by my hair color and similar outfit. So that alleged incident happened. They're using the fact that casings on scene from the bank truck were not recovered, like the gun was not recovered by the person that was caught for that. They're using that as a reason to raid my my shit, and they're using the fact that I was caught in 3 days, or in 7 days, 3 times with any weapon. On the search warrant of my properties, it says that I had a number of guns on me during these incidents. It includes 2 makeshift flashlights, which I was only caught with 1 makeshift weapon. So I'd love to know how they put that in there, because that's a lie. So that's lie number 1 in the search warrant. Lie number 2 in the search warrant is that, well, not a lie, but they're using the 3 incidents in 7 days. 1 incident is under appeal and they can't use it. So that's mistake number 2. They said after I shot Davenport in the face with a heavy rifle that I said under Miranda that next time I would give my boyfriend, who he wasn't my boyfriend at the time, a sweeper to shoot cops next time. But I didn't say that. I said in the ambulance that I should have given him the sweeper, not that I would give him one next time.
So they use a statement while you were incapacitated?
Yes. I was in the ambulance when I said that. The Valdez said his statement in the cells, but I didn't. It was not. My statement was made before I was Mirandized by Perry.
I can't wait to be a lawyer in 3 months. Like, I would lambast over that. That is insane. I'm vaguely remembering, because I looked at the docket filing like 3 days ago. So some of these things I recognize the references, but I'm like, can say with 90% certainty that statement, for example, did not say while in the ambulance incapacitated. That is something that law enforcement needs to be providing. If they're hiding that information, that's actually insane.
Yep. And then on top of that, the first search warrant was denied by a judge. They did not release my properties. They then they rewrote the warrant and then had a judge sign it outside of the 72 hours that they have to have a signature. So on day 4. So this should should get overturned just because they don't have probable cause for a search warrant. That judge shouldn't have signed it. That judge also spoke to my lawyer, Robin, and told him that he shouldn't have signed it. So I'm expecting this to get overturned. If it doesn't and they take my properties, I am going to burn this city to the ground. Because that is DOJ corruption.
Who signed the warrant originally?
Barrick. I don't know who it was denied by first time, though.
Who wrote the warrant?
Remy Ironside.
Oh my God. And okay, and they're pushing weapon trafficking, was it?
No, weapons manufacturing for a sewer pistol silencer blueprint.
Can you because I don't. I've been a civilian for almost a year now. Sorry, go ahead. So explain the background. Like, how do you get it? What do you do? What is it? What does it require?
There's a guy in the sewers that sells them.
Looks like a Fent addict, the old guy.
Yeah. He requires a broken bottle, which you can't get in the city anymore. Mm-hmm. There's only one group of people that has them, and it's not me.
The clowns.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I also had smoke grenade blueprints, but I don't have the materials for those either. So
what does that need?
Well, there's two versions. One from the way cargo used to be, which is just materials, and one from which, to be fair, the blueprint should have disintegrated, but whatever. And then the other one requires bullet casings and.
So the BP for the just materials is like rare as shit.
It shouldn't. I don't even think I can use it if I'm being honest with you.
Oh, gotcha.
And then I got hit with a lot of gun charges because I had a whole bunch of broken guns because I didn't know what to do with them. They don't break down fully. So if I leave them on a mountain somewhere, someone could find them, and they have my fingerprints on them. So I didn't know what to do with them. I just left them.
I believe it. I found in the water over here. Well, if you want to know for sure, the only real good way is scuba tank, go in the middle of ocean, go all the way down and dump it. Which is ass. It's but
ridiculous that we have to do that, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, let me fucking put them in a recycler. I don't even give a shit if I don't get anything for it. But yeah, no, I'm not happy with the police right now. That's all I'm gonna say.
You really got hit. It sounds like not like one. That's crazy. So wait,
you know what it is?
It's because
you know what it is. Because I'm not part of a gang, and they feel like they can. They also had the search warrant was signed in shift 1, and they had like 50 cops on duty in shift 1, but they waited till shift 2 to raid my properties. Guess they're scared after what happened with the besties.
Wait, what was the last thing you said before you said that?
I said I guess they were scared after what happened with the besties.
So they're not going after them, but they're going after whoever else they can type shit?
Well, they did. They tried to raid the besties, and the besties laid 60 cops out in Little Seoul.
Jesus.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not part of a gang. Never, I haven't been in a long time. So yeah, I've got connections. I've got lots of fucking connections, but gangs aren't going to slide for me like that. So I don't know what they were worried about. But getting weapons manufacturing for a fucking attachment is insane. Like,
wait, just so I'm sorry because there's a lot of details here.
You're good.
The blueprint wasn't for a sewer pistol. It was for a sewer pistol flashlight.
Silencer. And I probably had the flashlight too, but.
Did you have sewer pistols?
I did, but I also had silencers, but I didn't make them.
Were the sewer pistols functional?
Mm-hmm. There's grounds for the charge in theory, as stupid as it is. It's just like they didn't have the probable cause for the search warrant.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of I'm taking interest in the details because,
of course,
this charge can be applied constructively to any individual found to be in possession of the means provided to be capable of manufacturing illegal weapons, such as weapons crafting bench, okay, or blueprints used to manufacture weapon parts, weapon attachments, weapon munitions, or weapons. This is a cooked charge, because the charge is about illegal weapons manufacturing, which is different than parts attachment weapon. I don't think this doesn't make any sense. In my opinion, this is a poorly written charge.
I find most of them are, to be fair.
Yeah, the issue is, and this is a big part of that phone call you walked into, is I pushed and it looks like I convinced the DOJ, because most of the dumb fucks have left now,
Yeah.
that we need a new way to fix our entire criminal code, because what effectively I think happened in this weapon manufacturing case is this charge probably mostly talked about making weapons, and probably someone just quickly added attachments to it, right? But it doesn't make any sense, because what do weapon attachments have to do with weapon manufacturing? That's not to say that weapon attachments isn't necessarily illegal, or that the creation of attachments shouldn't be illegal. It's just it means something very different.
Right.
And there's another issue here, is that having, because the thing here is this is talking about having constructive possession. Constructive possession is the act of, like, because you have this, you are liable for this charge because it's a high chance you're doing this. Because you have a weapon blueprint and weapons constructively in your possession, it's beyond reasonable that you're making the weapons. But that argument falls apart when you have weapons and no means to create those weapons, but a means to create something separate from the weapons. And that's where the logic falls apart. So,
I agree with you. I mean, trust, if I could make weapons, the city would be in a much better place criminally.
Why?
The gun market is fucking dry.
Really?
Yes.
What's missing out there?
Well, we haven't seen SMGs in a while, other than the Slime Money Gang event. The rifles and stuff is decent enough, but it's impossible to get shotguns now. It's been like a month.
It's almost like only rifles are the only thing getting out there. You know, it's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder who's behind all that. That's crazy.
Even then,
people always gonna fucking bitch.
I've actually heard there's two.
Really? Oh, I'm sure the other one's probably getting so many out there on the streets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've been pretty good to me. I kind of don't give a fuck. I produce all the class 2s in the city. Probably about 95% of them.
God damn.
I don't have time, though. I'm gonna be honest. Dealing with fucking bitching all day by dumb fucks. Because they want. Give me this, give me that. Give it on my time.
Wow.
And then like, you know, it's like, hey, I need 2 days. You know? Cause But I gave it up.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why?
I run
Other
the
than
city.
time?
Yeah, think about
That's
it.
true.
Look at all this other shit I got to deal with. Imagine I deal all day protecting people, only to have to deal with another entire side of everything, where it's like, here's fucking. Nobody wants to conduct business is the issue, right? They see their side of the transaction. So I mean, to kind of be frank about it, it's a two-pronged approach, because let's just say I was assisting to ensure that after the cargo ship disaster,
Yes.
people had what they needed until to fill the gap, so to speak. But the problem is I got dumb fuck orders coming from the top and dumb fuck business people at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
So
No, I understand.
so you mix that with very little time, it's just like, no, fuck that shit.
Yeah, no, it's in shambles right now. I'm not gonna lie. Can't get shotguns. Can't get magazines to fucking save our lives. Bullets are the only thing that's free flowing at this point.
Well, I want you to keep in mind that other shit's not illegal. Bullets and magazines aren't illegal. They probably take
No.
barely no. You know how many? How many? Like we pushed out 3,000 weapons in like 6 weeks
Yeah.
just to get them on the street, and even then, it was millions of materials. So
Yes. Yeah,
I want you to put that into perspective.
Materials is rough.
It's not. That's the thing. If I was able to get millions as a part-time job, what about the other shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I don't know. I just I want to speak to the powers that be, because I'm not really happy with how it's
I'll
been
get
run
you a
right now.
phone call.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. No guarantees. This conversation,
Never happened.
Yeah.
I know.
and if it ever did, I'd slit your throat and dump you in the ocean, all those other scary things.
To be fair, same.
Yeah. 1 second. Nino.
Hey, Nino. This is David Summers calling.
Can I call you right back, if you don't mind?
It's 2 seconds. That's all I need. So, Ursula, Audra and I spoke to a journalist.
LSBN.
Yeah. For the medal that Audra and I are getting. For defeating the AI. So,
Yes.
anywho.
I'm going to call you right back. All right.
You know that I trust you, and
Yeah.
I think that we've both proven to each other that shit stays here. I've got no reason to fuck you over. Never
No,
will.
I know. Just keep in mind, this is like a 5% shot in the dark. This is, I haven't touched even that. Obviously, I don't want to go into detail. I was the puppet master in it. Never touched it. Don't know where it is. Make the connections, that sort of thing.
Right.
And I'm going to see if some of that can make it go your way. The problem right now is
this shit that's hanging over me? Oh, I get trust.
Exactly. The second
It's gonna go away,
is I'm sorry?
It's gonna go away. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not concerned.
Okay.
They fucked up.
They did, but okay. Let me let me make the call. Let me see what they say. And if it becomes no, don't ask me to ask them again, because these
No.
these people
not.
can be a real fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah, no. I'm not too worried about that either. Like, if it's a no, it's a no. That's fine.
All right. Okay.
I think, though, that they'll know up until this point what I've done for them behind the scenes. So
Okay.
hopefully,
Yeah.
but I won't push.
Okay. That's crazy to hear, though, that there's problems in those spaces. Can I be honest with you? It's because everyone that wants to be a plug literally actually wants most of it for their own game.
Yeah.
That's the issue, right? It's impossible to find people. It's got to be run by folks that have no direct. You don't want to. You know what's that phrase called? Don't smoke it on your own supply or whatever. Don't get high on your own supply. It's literally that to a T. But the problem is that everyone is. Most people are clicked up, or they're not. So I do think that that puts you in a very unique position.
Well, I also feel like you can do it in a gang and not be like that, to be fair. But I also feel like there should be 2 of each. Because people go to war and then they get butthurt and then they don't realize that, they have like they're supposed to be a neutral party in certain things like, obviously ammo, magazines, guns, etc. So I definitely do think you can do it well in a gang. You just like there needs to be a secondary option for people.
I think that I haven't really touched that landscape, and it might even be more than a month now. I'm gonna be time flies when you're just looking at fucking legislation all day. But I'll say that from what I understand of things, and there's a lot that I don't understand, right? Because I'm not on the ground, right? Is that there are other options, but the problem is that these other well, no, that's not what I mean. I mean, like where it's with the problem that's been is that a lot of everything you need is so spread out, which has its value, right? Because it gives different people like a sense of importance, right? But that's actually one of the key problems, because that sense of importance can lead to why did I even remotely get involved? Because I wanted motherfuckers to pretty much kill justices. It's really that simple.
Yeah.
Kill the cops. Fuck these people. You know?
No, I agree with you.
But when you don't have that, it's going to be about money and it's going to be about power. And those things conflict with business. They always will.
They do.
And from my understanding, there isn't just 1 or 2, right? There may be 2 or 3 for everything. So imagine everyone's got something.
Yeah.
And a lot of those are in the hands of groups. Most of their time outside of robbing banks and shit is doing business with each other. So that might work for some of the big crews, right? Yeah. But everyone else gets left out, right? It adds to the power dynamic. Am I making sense here? Right?
Yes. I mean, I can tell you exactly what I know and who has what if you want.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, there's 2 ammo dealers. One is Chaos Legion. And the other is someone that I work for. I'm just going to leave it at that. There are 2 magazine dealers, the Besties, and someone who I don't know, but the FNF went through them a lot. I don't think it's FNF, though. Like FNF. Edgar and Jay. I don't think it's them, but they have close connections. I actually
FNF?
Fudge and Furious.
You're talking about a magazine. The second magazine?
Yeah.
I see.
I think the second magazine
he's talking about Lumber Union
might actually be a civilian, because it's not a gang, because I would know if it was.
Yeah. Okay. Understood.
And then you said you had the class 2s, so that must have been you.
No. No. Just to be clear, I never had it. I orchestrated.
Right. Sure.
So
that's what I meant. Like you knew who had that. I don't know who that person is, but and then the other one I'm pretty sure is a group that hates me. The shotguns.
That is, that's probably the most not secret. Oh, so there's only one shotgun.
There's only one shotgun, and now so I've heard that there is a second rifle plug.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's like, so I was told that there's a second one or someone took over the first one of the two. So if what you said,
It
you know, like your orchestration you
the
passed off to somebody else, it could just be still one.
the context I can give you is my level of orchestration was tell me what's happening and I'll give you some ideas who to go to. Right? And that individual, I don't even know who they are. For all I know, they're managed by, you know, the same people that handle all of this.
Yeah.
I
know who those people are. So.
Yeah. But I think your theory about it maybe migrating kind of makes sense as well. How would you say okay, let's go through each thing. So that I have an idea such that if I can make this conversation happen, I'm bringing it with context and just not sounding like I'm coming in ill-informed. How are bullets right now?
Bullets are fine.
Okay. How is...
Bullets
to be
have
fair,
about a
for
24 to 48 hour turnaround.
Yeah.
I do deal with that, and I've pushed a couple thousand a day.
Okay.
So that's and there's a bunch of people doing that, like a bunch of people. So ammunition seems fine. Magazines is rough. Like I've put in 2 orders with 2 separate people and haven't seen it in 3 weeks. Shotguns are obviously harder for me because I don't really have a connect for shotguns because of who it is. But I've been told by other gang leaders that they've been waiting about a month.
Wait, for shotguns?
For shotguns. Like, I literally had somebody from a very prominent gang call me yesterday asking me to get them shotguns because they haven't been able to get them in like 4 weeks. And I conferred with another prominent gang leader and they said the same thing.
Are you able to wield the most?
Yes, I can wield to anybody in the city.
How are folks doing in regards to okay, so ammo's good. Magazines, or where was magazines again?
It's pretty rough.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this a recent thing or is this a...
Yes, it is a recent thing. But it's been about 3 weeks. Like so I'm not like gangs
I'm gonna say some not hot shit. This is what happens when I mean, it's predictable. I mean, this is a prediction. People got bored of it.
Huh?
And because everything's spread out, if you need a kit, you need to either go to a singular source who may have a little bit of everything, but a singular source can't put it all together, right?
Well, what a lot of gangs are doing now is they are actually doing that. So they will, like, when they order ammunition from me, they'll order like 5K. They don't need that 5K, but they're selling packages. So they'll sell AKs, magazines, and bullets.
Which makes sense, but once again, it creates the it creates that problem we talked about. You know what I mean?
Yes. No, I agree.
It over, bottlenecks it. All right.
And then AKs, it was going good for a while, and now it's struggling again. So
really,
I think so, but I haven't tried to get an AK in a while because I'm not even allowed to fucking have a knife right now.
Right. See what you can find out about that, because I want to make sure that whoever's managing that shit nowadays, I have the right information, because keep in mind that if I can get this conversation going, I don't want to, bring up and be like, hey, there's a problem with this, and it turns out there isn't, right? I have to go with good information.
Well, if possible, I'd like to be there for that conversation.
Oh no, Remedy. When I say conversation, it would never be in person. It would, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Yeah, I am that disconnected from it.
Okay.
So,
well, still, I'd like to talk to them at some point. So.
That's what I will aim for. How about that?
Okay.
How about I instead try to get them to have a chat with you.
Perfect.
Um,
Los Santos' most wanted criminal, apparently. Weapons
I mean, that doesn't. I mean, who
manufacturing
gives a
for
fuck?
Sewer pistol.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, who gives a fuck, right?
No, I don't.
Because even more so, you got caught with sewer pistols. What are they gonna think you got? You're dealing with fucking, rifles or shotguns now. Like that's less imaginable, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of problems with that warrant. I'm not happy about it. I don't like the assumptions that were made. Like they're literally one of the reasons on the search warrant, Nino, is that my quote unquote partner said he was going to shoot cops. And for a fact they ain't putting that on a fucking warrant if I had a penis.
Yeah, fair enough. Why? Because they were like, you're the only. Wait, what do you mean? Because of your hair?
Well, no, it's because they put on one of the reasons for my search warrant is that my partner, like my boyfriend, who wasn't my boyfriend at the time,
yeah,
said that he was gonna shoot cops.
With oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. And keep in mind that boyfriend is part of a gang and could easily fucking get class 2s on his own.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And no, it's not the person I was dating before, by the way. So.
Wait, isn't your boyfriend in the Saints?
No.
Oh shit.
Jordan
okay.
and I broke up like a month ago.
Oh shit. Wait, who are you with now?
Valdez.
Hades?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm not part of Hades, so.
No.
They've tried. Understand. I've said no.
Man, Jesus Christ. I didn't know there was so much All right. Well, like I said, I temper your expectations.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely.
How are you doing otherwise? Are you making sure to take care of yourself? I know you're busy 24/7, but
as much as I can. I mean, my drive to make law better is way the fuck up there. Yeah. So it's easy. I think I've been managing better than the last little while. Most of my headaches were let's just call them disciples of Voldemort that just made life just god fucking awful for everybody. And I think things have started to get better. Penal code's likely to get reverted soon.
Good.
And
I love that for me.
It's I got the 50% off for the time being, at least as a stopgap. And
yeah, would have been 4 million instead of 2.
Jesus Christ. I tell myself this. If I decided to be a lawyer tomorrow, am I going to enjoy going to court to make an actual argument? If I decided to get back into crime, right? Am I going to feel like I'm just, that I could be creative, right? To like be able to do things intelligently, or if we're going to remain in this fucking bullshit where it's just like, you fucking kick the doors in, you do 5 car swaps and you leave, because anything more than that, cops are just going to know, right?
Yeah.
And I think, or hell, if I, decided to be a cop, God forbid, or a justice, like, am I just going to get free W's? Because that is not, like, mentally stimulating. Yeah.
That said, though, if you do decide you want to do crime, let me know.
No, we'll do. Absolutely. All right. Well, shit.
Gonna have a house built on this little island?
No, hell no. I don't want to. Most people to know that I come over here. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. Sometimes I need like seclusion just to think.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Got a couple places like that myself.
All right.
Well, I'll let you go back to your thinking.
Hey, appreciate it. All right.
Appreciate you.
All right. If there will be a call, it'll probably be in the next week or two. These guys don't exactly move quick.
They do not.
Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate you, Nino. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I had a feeling this was going to happen. Fucking called it. Shit. I saw people in chat were like, why aren't you telling her this? We're not going to tell her we actually manufacture them, chat.